few figures in rock history shine as brightly as Freddie Mercury. The legendary frontman of Queen was more than a singer. He was a force of nature, a man whose voice could roar, whisper, and soar within a single phrase, a performer whose stage presence electrified millions, and a musician whose taste shaped one of the most influential rock catalogs ever recorded. Yet, for all his fame and interviews, Freddie rarely spoke openly about his personal favorite rock albums, the records that inspired him, shaped him, and stayed close to his heart his entire life. But in scattered interviews, rare conversations, and moments with friends and collaborators, he finally revealed the albums that meant the most to him. Today on Golden Rock Stars, we return to those moments and uncover Freddie Mercury's 5 favorite rock albums of all time. Let's begin. 1. Electric Warrior, T-Rex. And finally, at number 1, the album Freddie Mercury loved more than any other, Electric Warrior by T-Rex. Freddie idolized Mark Bolan. He admired Bolan's confidence, his voice, his playfulness, and the way he fused rock with glam before anyone else dared to. Electric Warrior was the album that lit a spark in Freddie's musical journey. It was bold, it was stylish, it was unapologetically flamboyant. Songs like Get It On and Jeepster showcased a sound that was sexy, smooth, and drenched in swagger. Freddie often said that Bolan showed him the power of combining rock music with theatricality, something Queen would later perfect on the world stage. Without Electric Warrior, Freddie Mercury might never have become the Freddie Mercury the world knows today. That's how important this album was to him. So there you have it, Freddie Mercury's 5 favorite rock albums of all time. 5 Are You Experienced? The Jimi Hendrix Experience. 4 Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. The Beatles. 3 Ziggy Stardust. David Bowie 2. Aretha Now. Aretha Franklin 1. Electric Warrior. T-Rex. Each one shaped Freddie, challenged him, and pushed him to become one of the greatest performers in rock history. Which of these albums have you listened to? And which one do you think influenced Freddie the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Golden Rock Stars for more legendary stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. 2. Aretha Now. Aretha Franklin. Freddie Mercury adored rock, but he worshipped powerful voices, and none inspired him more than Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul. Freddie often spoke of how he used to listen to Aretha's recordings over and over, studying her phrasing, her emotion, and her sheer power. He once said, "No one commands a song like she does." The album he returned to most was Aretha Now, a tour de force featuring songs like Think and I Say a Little Prayer. To Freddie, Aretha represented vocal perfection. She taught him that singing wasn't just about hitting notes, it was about expressing emotion with honesty and fire. Her influence can be heard in Freddie's own soaring vocals on tracks like Somebody to Love, a song directly inspired by gospel and soul music. Freddie didn't just love this album, he studied it, learned from it, and carried its lessons into every Queen performance. 3. Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. David Bowie. Freddie Mercury and David Bowie shared a complicated relationship, full of admiration, intensity, and creative fire. But regardless of their clashes, Freddie always praised Bowie's artistry, calling him brilliant and fearless. It's no surprise that he held Ziggy Stardust among his all-time favorites. The album is the story of an alien rock star sent to Earth, a character Bowie played with swagger, glitter, and mystery. Freddie loved how Bowie blurred the lines between music, theater, identity, and performance. He admired the album's boldness, its confidence, and its storytelling. Tracks like Starman, Moonage Daydream, and the iconic Ziggy Stardust were more than songs. They were a universe Freddie felt connected to as a fellow performer who adored drama, spectacle, and reinvention. This album helped inspire Freddie's own larger-than-life persona. His costumes, stage presence, and his ability to transform into something more than human under the spotlight. 4. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. The Beatles' Freddie grew up with the Beatles, and their impact on him ran deep. But among all their groundbreaking records, it was Sgt. Pepper's that he cherished the most. The album represented something Freddie valued deeply: complete artistic freedom. He adored the way the Beatles reinvented themselves, stepping into an entirely new identity, experimenting with sounds, storytelling, and studio techniques never attempted before. Songs like A Day in the Life, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and She's Leaving Home showed him that an album could be more than a collection of songs. It could be a world of its own. Queen would later echo this philosophy in albums like A Night at the Opera, weaving theatricality and rock into something grander than the sum of its parts. For Freddie, Sgt. Pepper was proof that imagination had no limits. 5. Are You Experienced? The Jimi Hendrix Experience. Freddie Mercury never hid his admiration for Jimi Hendrix. To him, Hendrix wasn't just another guitarist. He was a revolutionary, the kind of artist who breaks the mold and rebuilds it in a single stroke. Freddie once said that Hendrix was a real genius, the kind of performer every singer dreams of sharing a stage with. It was Are You Experienced, Hendrix's explosive debut album, that captured Freddie's imagination the most. The record was a storm of innovation. Songs like Purple Haze, Manic Depression, and Foxy Lady showed Freddie what music could be when boundaries simply didn't exist. He admired how Hendrix blended technical brilliance with raw emotional power, something Freddie would later emulate through Queen's experimental sound, from operatic harmonies to stadium-shaking rock. To Mercury, this album wasn't just music, it was a masterclass in fearless creativity.